What's up, family? Welcome to the Mental Game Podcast, man. I know y'all can't
Oh
see it.
boy.
It's probably just on me right now. I know my AI producer be doing stuff. So
Yeah, funny day. Yeah.
welcome y'all to the show, man. I got a special episode today. It's called Trucking, Grinding, and Gaming, man. The balance behind the
Oh
wheel.
boy. Oh boy. You
and
right up my trucker
yeah,
alley.
nah, for real. And I got a special guest on here, man. I will reintroduce to y'all my big brother Aaron, man. Um,
What's up, everybody?
man, y'all have seen him on the show before. Very
It's been a
knowledgeable
while.
in almost everything. Um, any
Almost
question you
everything.
may need answered, if he can answer it, he gonna answer it to the I would say to the best of his ability, but like, that'd be an understatement. Uh,
Ah,
then even still, if he can't get the answer, y'all will probably talk about it and get off the phone, and he'll call you several days later, be like, "Hey man, I got this and I figured it out. It's this and this and this and this." I was like, you probably be done forgot about it, but yeah, I'll guarantee you he did.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
you know
mm-hmm,
what I'm saying.
mm-hmm.
So welcome back, Aaron. You know what I'm
Appreciate it.
saying.
Thank you for having
We just this conversation is different because I'm pretty sure pretty you're pretty much better off in your journey and where you are in your building your brand and your business. You know what I'm saying?
me. Yeah.
My brother you know, has pretty much mastered the balance between being a business owner, still finding time to enjoy gaming and being a mentor, and most importantly being a human being. Well, most importantly to me, that's a big thing to me. Most importantly being a
Mm-hmm,
human being, somebody,
mm-hmm.
a mentor and a human being somebody you can run to and ask questions if you need to. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
my brother, he's behind the wheel, he's building a brand, and he still finds time. Nah, that's what I was about to say. It was finna be a pause moment. And he
Yeah,
still
yeah,
he's
yeah.
he still finds time to be a father, you know what I'm saying, and a gamer. Today I'm chopping it up with my brother about life and life on the road, life off the road, and trying to finding the balance in between. So everybody, welcome my brother back to the show. So,
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
what's going on, man? How was
Uh
how was your week, bro?
Man, it was okay. It was all right. It wasn't too hectic this week, man. But before I start, I just want to give a shout out, man, to all the guests that you had on there before, man. You've been cooking for a good minute, man. You've been cooking. It was a trip, full circle moment was seeing Rudy on
Oh
here,
yeah,
man.
oh yeah.
I ain't seen Rudy in years, man. He probably don't even know who I am, but it's
Nah,
cool.
nah, man, you got
Um,
one of them faces.
and your other cousin that was on there, Leroy's son.
Abdul.
Don't disrespect. Yeah, Abdul. Yeah. So I think last time I seen him, I think he was a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Or he was either him or his brother. I can't remember. But it just Sam being on here, co-workers being on here, it's a really really good thing, and it's a good outlet for everybody to come on, talk, share their story, vent even. Because as truck drivers, sometimes it seems like we don't have a voice when it comes to what's going on in the world outside, and
Right.
it gets
Yeah.
hard
Absolutely.
because you, back in the '90s, man, the biggest thing was, bro, if you seen them red and blues behind you, you got nervous. And now as a trucker, it's the same thing, dude. You see a red and blue, man. They don't see red and blue anymore. It's a black and white on
Yeah,
the side of the road.
yeah. Black truck,
You
white
still get
hood.
nervous. Yeah, man, you still get nervous. That happened to me, man, on the way back to. I was coming back from Victoria, and police just pulled out like he Dukes of Hazzard, put on his lights, and for no reason, was no traffic, I think they had a little accident up the road, but it wasn't nothing serious. But this dude, DOT, man, you about to cause a whole bunch of accidents because, again, you got to remember as truckers, when we see they put their lights on, we slow down. We don't necessarily readily get over because somebody might be in the other lane.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But you got cars that don't have that knowledge. So they just automatically slamming on the brakes or whatever and getting, like,
Y'all trying to cause an accident. I always say that
trying to
too. I
cause
find
them.
myself screaming that like 3, 4
Yeah.
times a day.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, it get bad sometimes. It get really, really bad sometimes. But shout out to all the guests, man, that came on and bless your podcast, man, with their knowledge and game. And man, I mean, again, let's keep it going, bro.
Oh,
Just keep it
absolutely,
going.
man. We ain't
Just
stopping.
keep
We
it
might have
going.
a break. We might have a break or 2 or 3 here and there.
Yeah.
But we gon' the most thing is, my goal for this year was to stay consistent and to give better content, make it a little more, make it a little more engaging and funny at times. And we've been doing
Hmm.
that. We've been doing
Absolutely.
that, and just just staying relevant and being relevant.
Hmm.
Speaking on
Hmm.
relevant titles, and that way we know we are putting out the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Just something like you said, just and then providing a platform for people to for us to come on here and speak and be heard
Hmm.
and stuff like that. So that was the thing that was important to me. Just
Yeah.
doing a little more. Just every time you come to do this stuff, just step up more and more and more and more. Each podcast, every year, each podcast, just keep going and going and going. That was my
Hmm.
goal for this year. Once we
Hmm.
started back up, I thought we took much needed vacation and stuff like
Hmm.
that. So yeah, we
Hmm.
here, man. We here.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
this episode is kind of gonna be similar to the Mother's Day episode as far as segments. Okay, I have for you, sir. I got three different segments and one segment of rapid fire questions. So I got 4 total segments
Okay.
for this particular
All right.
episode for you to do what you've always wanted to do. And I might have some truck drivers, aspiring truck drivers that's watching this and they want to step out there and and you can tell them yay and nay and things of that sort. If they might be aspiring to be truck drivers, company drivers, what
Hmm.
have you. You know what I'm saying? They might be like me, 15 years old, watching they watching their brother be a truck driver and never know that, one day, that might be them, you know what I'm saying? So they
Hmm.
might have the idea in
Hmm.
their head and you might just be putting water to it right now. So
Hmm.
this
Hmm.
first segment is called the entrepreneur hustle. Okay.
Okay.
I
All
basically
right.
just have some questions for you about just about the brand that you're building. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
and being an owner operator. So
Okay.
my first question is, what made you want to be an owner operator instead of just driving for somebody else?
What made me want to be an owner operator instead of driving for somebody else was, man, I would have to take you all the way back to 2009
Okay.
for that one. I got tired of the rigmarole. I got tired of being told no. I got tired of being told, oh, you got too many jobs. You got to wait till you get these jobs fall off. All these little BS excuses that a lot of these companies use on the young budding truck driver wanting to find his way, not trying to find his way, wanting to find his way. I got started in '06, and it was a interesting time because a lot of the people I talked to said you got to go over the road first. I didn't believe them. Didn't believe them. A lot of other guys said, man, look, if you get your hazmat, you can do X, Y, Z. I didn't believe them until I started putting in job applications. People telling me, oh man, you got to go over the road, you got to be gone at least 2 months and stuff like that. All these crazy numbers, and I'm like, dude, I can't do that. So certain things happened in '06. Not gonna really get into it about '06, but Eventually, I got my foot and started working for Coca-Cola. Well, probably one of the best jobs I ever had. I met some good friends there. Learned more of the business. Learned the logistics side of it and everything. But something in me said it was time to go.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know where I was gonna. Didn't know where I was going to wind up. But something told me. So I quit. Didn't tell the wife. She let me have it. She let me
It's
have
like
it.
one of them situations. You did
Uh-huh.
what?
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. That's exactly what she said. So, okay, well, what you got lined up? I ain't really got too much lined up. So she was mad. She didn't talk to me for a couple of days. But I knew there was something else I had to do. So I had a partner of mine, real good friend of mine, dude named Terry. He was always being that guiding voice. And Aaron, come on, get your hazmat, Aaron. Come on, get your hazmat, bro. I'm working over here at Dupree. So finally got my hazmat and put in the application. Dupree said no. That was 2009. You gotta wait a year. Okay, year passed. Still got my hazmat, working for TriMac at the time. Put in my application again. Dupree said no, you got too many jobs. Went in for the interview, took the quote unquote personality test.
What?
And the manager, yes, they were giving out personality tests back then. And the manager at the time, I think the guy's name was either Dwayne, white dude named Dwayne, crazy. And he told me this, and I'll never forget it. He said, with the way you answered on your personality test, you are either going to be a manager or owner operator
What do you know?
on your own time. What do you know? So, 14, 15 years later, boom. So going through the motions, constantly being told no. And then once you get in the door, you see the grass ain't as always green as you hoped it would be. And you just get tired
Mhm.
because you see the decisions that are being made don't make any sense. Don't make any sense from a logistics standpoint, from a money standpoint. It's not making any sense. The dog is not hunting, as they say. So I had another partner of mine who's been owning his truck for a while. My man Rob. Shout out to my man Rob. You need to get him on the show too. Yeah, we all got a Rob. I think all of us got a Rob. All of us got a Rob. Yeah, yeah, yes. He, and he chopping it up with him, man. He said, "Bro, it's time. It's time. Stop, man. You spinning your wheels, bro. Stop wasting your time." And so it was a day. I think a hurricane was getting ready to hit Texas, bro. And they had us out there in the pouring down rain, trying to drop tanks. Makes no sense in the city. So
Oh, that's some
that just
scary
really
shit.
took me off. It is. So I said, you know what? All right. I said, but I ain't gonna do it until I get my family's blessing. Because my proverb is I am because we are.
Mhm.
We are because I am. So you remember that I put the text. I think I still got the text somewhere in my phone.
I got the
I sent
call,
the text
man. I
that,
got the
yeah,
call.
you got the
I remember
call.
where I
Some people
was,
got the
man.
text.
I
Yeah,
was still working in I was still on the inside then. And I remember when I got
yeah,
the call.
yeah. And uh I asked all of y'all, I said, I want to get a truck. I want to start my own business, but I'm not going to do it until I get y'all's blessing. And everybody gave me their blessing, with the exception of one person. But she was more worried, not my wife, was a friend of mine that I work with. She was more worried about maybe it not being the right time.
Right. Yeah.
So, but other than that, she said, look, go for it. So she wasn't hating. She was just more worried about
Yeah, I mean it was
what,
difficult
COVID.
times, you know.
Yeah, it was different COVID around COVID
Yeah,
time.
COVID time, yeah.
Yeah, it was in throes of COVID.
Mhm.
And so once I made my mind up, I went to a couple places and they weren't showing me no love. My man Willie, another guy who was instrumental in me starting my business, he said, "Man, let's go over here to Arrow Truck Sales."
Shout out
This
to
is when
Mr.
Arrow Truck.
Willie. Shout out to Arrow
Yeah,
Truck
shout out to
Sales.
Willie.
Shout out to the
Yeah,
salesman. I forget his name. What is
yeah, Johnny.
Johnny?
His name was Johnny.
You
His
know,
name was Johnny.
shout out to
Johnny.
truck
Yeah,
salesman Johnny, man.
yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
to the good people over
And
there at Arrow Truck
yeah,
Sales.
So they not in Texas anymore. But when they was there, the guy was like, because everywhere else I went to, man, they were talking about some crazy number for a down payment. I'm like, dang, I had the stimmy, had the stimmy. So I was just stacking paper, man. When I tell you that money was burning a hole in my pocket, J boy, bro, the pockets was smoking, dog, smoking. So, but I said, no, I need to hold on to it. So finally got the Aero truck sales, and the guy was like, look, okay, Mr. Dawes, all you gotta do is put down this much, and we can get you in the truck. I said, really? That's it? He said, yeah, we can do it, and did it, and the rest is history, man. The first 3 years, well, I will say not the first three. The first year I had my truck, probably some of the most fun I ever had trucking, dude. Made some really, really good money. Maintenance was low, but that second and that third year, that's when stuff got real tricky. You know what I mean? But luckily, I had a good foundation,
Absolutely.
a great foundation, a phenomenal foundation that actually helped me get to where I am. So, for anybody that's thinking about getting into trucking, buying their own truck, I still say get it. But a couple things you're gonna need. You're gonna need a great mechanic. You're gonna need somebody that can actually work with you, that understands your situation.
Right.
And the one
That's
piece
tough
of
to do
advice,
in these days and times
yeah,
too. So
it
if you
is.
get one, stick with them,
And
appreciate them.
yeah,
You feel me?
exactly. And that's what I do. That's what I do. I tip them. I tip my mechanic. Uh, and another thing is when you get that check, it's not a check. It's an invoice for services rendered. The truck always gets paid first. Period.
Period. Point
Before
blank.
anybody else get anything else. It might be something that you want. You gotta maybe have to wait maybe 2 or 3 months before you can get it because I got this coming up. I gotta make sure I got tires. I gotta make sure
Absolutely.
I got this. I gotta make sure I
Absolutely.
got that. So you thinking about, what you gotta put on that truck.
Hmm.
So because you can be out there and it happened to me. My truck regen like 4 or 5 times, bro. I'm driving down the highway 5 miles an hour, dog. I can't do nothing. I'm getting blown at, honked at, and all types of crazy stuff, bro. I got to stick my finger out the window and just tell them wave them on, and also at the same time tell them that number one, um, you know, and so yeah, that was a trip thing too. So, but it's a lot of different things that go into it. It will test your mental patience, your mental capacity, and you will get frustrated. You will want to give up, but don't. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and I can confidently say I'm at the end of the tunnel, and it feels good. It feels great. It feels great. It feels great.
I agree
So
with
that's my
you.
journey. Yeah, that's my journey, and uh, my story. If anybody wants, and what's funny, man? When I used to work for a company, I used to have plenty of guys come up to me, man, asking me how to get into it, or some of them will be kind of timid. They'll wait till I give them eye contact, then they'll talk. Because unfortunately, so in our brotherhood, there's some of us that are a-holes
Ah,
when it
yeah.
comes to sharing knowledge and information.
Yeah, they sitting on it.
They don't want to tell them. Yeah, they sitting on all this web bevy of knowledge, and they don't want to tell these guys, man. Look, these brothers, man, they out here. They want to find their way too. Trucking is big enough for everybody to get in there and make a good piece of money. Trucking has been good to me. Trucking has been good to me. I can honestly say overall, trucking has been really, really good to me. And you share that knowledge, man. What I need to do to get this, man? Well, first thing you gotta do, you gotta get your twin card. You got any prior? Yeah, man. I got how long, man? Misdemeanor, federal order, and state. Okay, go get your twin card, apply for it, and be honest about it. Then after that, see if you can get on with a company. Mentally,
Yeah, I can hear you. But something went out. Oh, okay. No, they record. We still record. We still live. Joe, leave us alone.
sorry about that, bro. You sure the record still recording?
Yeah, it's still recording.
Okay, my bad, bro.
No,
Because it
you
says
good.
stop recording. So, go downstairs and tell your mama I'm doing the show with your Uncle JJ. Tell her I'll be down there in a minute. Tell her, give me a minute. All right, thank you. Yeah, but that's my story, man. And I'm always open and willing to share knowledge with anybody on how to do it. Because again, it's big enough for everybody.
Right.
Get
Absolutely.
with a
Yeah,
company,
man.
man, that's going to give yourself a year. Get in that truck, drive for about a year, learn the ins and outs of
Hmm.
it. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be you're gonna be in some situations you ain't gonna like, but you know what? When that year's up, you'll be fine. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be able to come back home and right turn with
Right.
you. You know. Mhm.
Yeah.
So
It's like.
then, depending on the company, you can probably get you at least a own situation.
Hmm.
Boom, you got yourself a brand new truck, and you may be only paid. You may be on it for 3, 4 years, but still got yourself relatively a brand new truck. So
Just be good to it. You know.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely,
Remember at the end
absolutely.
of the day, it is your truck. You feel me?
It is at the end of the day. It is your
You got.
hands. Like I used to tell you, your hands is on the wheel.
Hmm.
Your hands is on that steering wheel. You decide. You dictate. You tell them how it's going to go. They don't tell you how it's going.
Absolutely. Yeah, we was having a conversation about that the other day, man, because at my company we kind of having like it's a situation to where it's like uh if a manager tells you to take this freeway, then you take this freeway. And I'm like, the first thing they tell you when you get into transportation as a truck driver, and this is not no company thing, this is a DOT thing. This is a when
Mhm.
you open that book, it
Mhm.
says you, the driver, are responsible for the safe transport of your cargo. So,
Mhm.
so I'm not saying like, and they always, I hear what they saying, but I also hear is bullshit. They always be like, well, you got a lot of drivers taking a long way around. And my response to that is always, look here, man, a 10-minute diversion of going this way versus that way. A 10-minute diversion is not really gonna net me a whole lot of money. You know what I'm
You know what's
saying?
funny? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know
Like,
what's funny, bro?
yeah,
You're absolutely correct because we have these with the company I'm leased on with now, we have these things we have to do. Test questionnaires and stuff.
yeah. Oh yeah, like
And
little safety
one of
skills.
those, yeah, safety skills. Yeah, when that type of question was on there, and believe it or not, bro, you are correct. You are 1,000% correct because if they well take this highway, okay, 288 versus 35 versus what runs parallel with 288?
Uh,
What runs
see if I couldn't. It's the what is that, man? Um,
what runs? But like I say, because the
it
35
go,
runs across them, but then
yeah,
it curls up.
yeah. You talking about that road that goes to like Clute and all that? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. So, and again, you have the safe way to do it. Yeah, it might take you longer to get there, but as a truck driver, we don't like traffic
Nah, and I'm glad you
at
said that
all.
because that was one of the points I had brought up because I'm
Yeah.
like I like you would rather me take the smoother route because bumper to bumper traffic, I run the risk of somebody cutting me off, jumping in front of me, slamming on their brakes, somebody not seeing something and slamming on their brakes and or stop too abruptly and I'm rear ending this person. You know what I'm saying? Pause if needed.
Yes. Or that
For
or
the
that
people.
rear ending you, pause
Yeah,
if needed. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the
So
thing because let me ask you. There's a question that was on the CDR test. Which side of the truck can you not control?
you
You have
can't
no
control. You
control over,
can't control. Hold on. That you have more control over. That you don't have
or
more
that you
control.
have no control over, that you
Oh,
have no control.
whatever's on that left side.
Wrong.
Wrong.
The rear.
You
Yeah, the rear.
well, I didn't know the rear was in
The rear.
question, man. That's not a
Yeah.
side. It's not a side.
Well,
Well, nah,
the
it is. It is.
rear
It
is
is.
the
Nah,
side,
it is.
man.
It
The
is.
rear is the
Nah,
side.
you're absolutely correct.
But
I wasn't even thinking about
that's
that.
the
When you say what side, I'm like this side, that side. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to remember. Okay, so you got left side.
Left side, right side,
Somebody
front.
could drift over to the lane. I had that happen to me, and I had to hurry and dump on the brakes, and told the person that they were number one in my book as well. Um, left and right sides. But again, you can't control if somebody runs into the back of your truck. You can't control that at all. It sucks. But like you said, you got a lot of people on their phones watching, doing stupid stuff. So yeah, if you can avoid a highway where there's a lot of traffic, do it.
Yeah.
A couple
I
extra
always
minutes.
do. I always do. I pride myself in like, look, I just uh, I what they say is better than what they say. I can't think of the saying right now.
It's better to ask for forgiveness than to. Oh man, I think I know what you're talking about, but
Yeah,
I might be having a
yeah,
wrong.
it's
I
on
might
par
have a
with
wrong
that. I'm
parallel.
like, I just deal. I'm in a way now where I deal with people that I'm feeling like sometimes I deal with people that don't really understand. Like, yeah, they managers of transportation or of the people in general, but they don't really understand transportation.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Because
right. They, yeah.
I tried
Mm-hmm.
to put
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
myself
Go ahead.
like with my company. I tried to put myself in a position to one day I would be a manager to kind of alleviate that. But now it's like, now I done been there and seen all the little ugly faces of it. I'm like, yeah, I don't want that no more. I
Yeah.
don't want to deal with
I
that,
mean, it's crazy because you have a lot of people in managerial positions that never drove a truck,
right? That's
never
everybody.
spent
That's
time
everybody.
behind the wheel of a
Everybody.
truck. And you tell them, and see, that's where the respect get lost
Exactly.
because the company I worked for before I got my truck, you had people that have never driven trucks before, never driven a rollback truck like what I was driving, never drove it before, never did what I did, trying to tell me what I got to do,
And some people don't know
and
what the
that's how
smell
I'm
of
like,
diesel is.
right,
You
I
don't
can't
know what
stand the
diesel
smell of
smell
diesel.
like.
Man, look, I can't tell you how many times I done had, I ain't gonna say gotten in trouble, but my wife would tell you. She said, Aaron, the way you talk to these people sometimes, I'm surprised they don't fire you. They're not gonna fire me. I said, why not? She said, because I'm number one, I make too much sense. And number two, they know they need me. I can tell them whatever the F I want. I ain't say that like that to her, but I tell them what I want. I mean, it's the guys on truth. Dude, there's times where, like I said, I've driven somewhere with an empty tank on my back. Got to a spot, nobody was there. Waited. Nobody showed up. Drove her right back to the yard, only to get a call 10, 15 minutes later saying, "Hey, we on site. Got to reschedule." Manager calling me, "Hey, Aaron, are you gonna go back and drop that tank off?" Nope, I'm going home. But we need you. I'm going home. Get somebody else to do it. I'm going home. My time is precious, just like y'all's time is precious. My time is precious too. So I go back out there, I get into an accident. Then what? Everybody got alligator on. Everybody tell you, well, you got the choice. You make the decision.
I don't want to throw the ball in
Okay,
your
cool.
court when it's
Yeah,
game time.
judgment call. Oh, the worst thing you could tell me, oh, it's a judgment call. Oh, it is? Okay, cool.
Yeah, because you could throw a whole bunch of what ifs in that basket.
Exactly. It's a judgment call. My judgment. This is my judgment. No. Y'all said it's a judgment call. It's my judgment. I say what go and what don't go.
Especially when
And at the end of
when
my
you out there,
tenure,
you judge, jury, and executioner. You can't get a hold of
exactly.
nobody. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
and my last day at Suncoast, that's the company I work for. My last day, it's something Velodyne now. I think they got bought out. My last day, I left them a nice little email, and the name of that email was called the Fat Baby Sing.
I remember that.
Fat Baby Sing, and I told them everything. I said, y'all don't know what y'all doing. I said, I shouted out the people I needed to shout out, but everybody else, I threw them boys under the bus. I said, and I came in that night when the guy called me and told me, "Hey, Mr. Dawson, your truck ready?" Boys, like, how can I explain it? Like thunder. It's a sunny day outside, but I hear thunder rumble, and I started laughing like the Joker on off a Dark Knight. Eh, eh. Ooh, 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 eh, eh. Park my. I think I had another load for me to do. I said, "No, I got something I got to take care of. Get the traffic. said, baby, it's time. So it's over. I said, what you mean? I said, the truck ready. Really? Yep. That's when he got that thing, man. They were calling looking for me. Coming into work? Nope. I quit. I quit. Dropped off all my uniforms, put them in a garbage bag, dropped them off. One didn't even wash them. Dropped them right off. Gave my fuel card back, tapped off
Oh
what I
my
needed to tap
gosh.
off. And this is middle of the night now. Cause I went back there like 8, 9 o'clock that night with flip flop shorts on, with a big old bag. Yeah, where you going? Quit. It's it for me. What you mean? What you gonna do? I'm doing something. I got something lined up. Don't worry about it. I ain't tell nobody I got a truck. Only the ones that knew me knew I had it. Knew me knew I got a truck. A lot of people didn't know I bought a truck.
Only the inner circle.
Only the inner circle, and that circle was small as hell. A lot of people didn't know I bought a truck. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. So, I mean, the rest is history, man. That's just the rest is history. What else you got for? I'm
No,
sorry, I
no,
know
no,
drug on too.
no. You good, son. I mean, you answering. You pretty much you. It's like I gave you a copy of my little guideline, man. Like,
Oh,
because you sitting there checking off all the questions that I was gonna ask you in this segment. But like, what's something about the trucking? What's something about the trucking industry people don't see or understand, in your opinion?
the one thing about the trucking industry that you mean just regular people that
Yeah, just regular
drive
people,
regular
just
cars? Okay,
people outside of this,
okay.
this industry.
That's a great question. The one thing a lot of people don't understand is us truckers are scared to death of you guys. We are scared to death of you guys because when you get into trucking and you drive like we drive, we have a bit of more knowledge because we have to drive defensively.
Hmm.
We gotta put on our Sherlock Holmes cap when we get on that road. 2 cars up, he getting ready to get over and slow down. So we have to adjust. We can't stop like you guys can stop.
Hmm.
People in regular cars. We can't stop like you guys.
No,
A lot of
indeed.
people don't know that. Oh, and another thing, uh, they know this, but they don't like to admit it. But yes, truckers do own the road. We do own the road. I had a chick years ago ask me, "Y'all think y'all own the road?" I said, "We don't think we own the road. We do own the road." Well, why you say that? I said, "Because." So you see that uniform you got on? Yeah. A truck got it there. You see this food you getting ready to serve me? Yeah. A truck brought it.
Hmm.
Half the stuff that's in this restaurant, a truck brought it. So all I want to hear from you is thank you. And she got quiet for a second. Thank you. I said, "You welcome." I said, "The Amazon packages y'all be getting, a truck brought it.
Mhm.
You're welcome. You're welcome." That's all I.
A truck
That
bought it
sound
for
like
the
Du
truck to
Bois.
bring it.
Yeah, a truck brought it for a truck to bring it. So we do own the road. We can't stop like y'all think we can stop.
Hmm.
And a lot of the times we are nervous as hell and we're wrecked because we don't want to hit anybody. And what gets on my nerves is you see all these commercials. That's all you see on TV now is these lawyers going after trucking companies.
How to sue a truck driver? Or like I call it, how to fuck a truck? How to fuck a trucker?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Or F over a trucker.
Yeah,
You
not
know what
for
I'm
real.
saying? So there's so many different ways you can do it, and it's so easy. Holiday seasons, bro, I don't even like to get out there and drive during holiday season because there's a big old target on my back. Because unfortunately, and that's why now there's cameras in the trucks now because some of these claims have gotten so fraudulent. Like I've
Well,
seen. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
bro, that's why cameras. That's the reason. That's supposed to be the reason that cameras in the truck. A lot of these
Right.
companies they be having ulterior motives. But go ahead, continue.
True. That
I
is
just
true.
wanted to put that
That is
out
true.
there.
That is true. That is true. See, I don't have a camera facing the cab. I don't like it.
Hmm.
Never did. Never did. But the camera facing out because I've seen cars. They've done it to me. And if I didn't know it was coming, I would have ran into the back of them. But they'll get in front of you and slam on the brakes
Hmm.
for no reason. Just being a-holes.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if the camera don't catch them, guess what? It's our fault.
Hmm.
even when there's an accident and we ain't had nothing to do with it, DOT will still try to blame us,
Yes, indeed.
blame the truck driver. I've
Like
seen that happen before, dude.
they be acting like we got the gift of foresight or something. Like, is you crazy?
Yeah, I've seen it happen before where a guy, I was back in New Orleans, we on 510. No, not 510. We on 610.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you got I-10, you get on 610, you go take it to the east, right? You get off this Franklin. Franklin is the last exit before the road narrows, the highway narrows to a 2 lane, and everybody veers to the left. Well, Doofy truck was driving. He's in that middle lane. There's 3 lanes. He's in the middle lane, driving, man, minding his own business. A Audi, beautiful looking white Audi, at the last minute decided they were in the wrong lane, they needed to get over. Ran into the side of him, tore up a whole car, tore up that whole Audi. And I'm driving past, I saw the thing happen. And
Shame,
I'm like,
shame, shame. Shame on you.
so the dude named Brandon, cool cat, he came in the next day, and there was a quote unquote, we had our little come to Jesus meeting, where they talked about it, and he explained what happened. And then he said, yeah, DOT tried to give me the ticket. We all like, what? Yeah, he said, but luckily another driver who was a little bit more knowledgeable, he called another driver and said, hey man, they're trying to give me the ticket. And he was like, nah, call the state trooper, call 911, tell them you want a state trooper out there at your location right then and there. Sure enough, that happened. The state trooper came out there, relieved the DOT, took the ticket that the DOT was writing up and giving to the driver. He ripped it up right in front of him. Looked at that and told us, bro, you don't see where she ran into him? DOT was like, yeah, well, normally when something like this happens, they normally just give it to the trucker because the insurance so the company will pay for it. And state trooper
Boy,
told that dude, man,
boy.
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
hear that, America?
So the state troop did what he needed to do, called who he needed to call. They told the callway, gave the chick it was a chick with an Audi. She gave her the ticket and told the driver, the Doofy driver, he can go on about your business. But these are the things that we have to deal with on a consistent basis.
These are the things that y'all don't see.
These are the things that y'all don't see.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, when you see a truck or if you're on the interstate, or if you are anywhere where you're driving over 50 miles an hour and you see a truck, get away from it for your own safety. Another situation I saw, I was in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, coming out of Georgia. And I just got finished offloading at a plant. I'm heading back to New Orleans. Cherry red, beautiful Cadillac, bro, Seville. Beautiful, dude. I mean, it was a 2010. Cherry red, had nice rims on everything. Called himself wanting to get behind a UPS truck to catch that draft that we supposedly create when we driving fast. The UPS truck tire blew.
Ooh.
I saw it come off. The rubber came off, hit the top of that Cadillac, put a big old dent in it. The Cadillac pulled over. The UPS driver kept going because he didn't know that the tire blew until a little bit later. Come to find out, because I asked my partner, I said, bro, what do they do? What do they do if something like that happens? He said, they can't do nothing. I said, well, why not? Because he was behind the truck, right? Yeah. You ain't supposed to be behind the truck like that. They tell you that. You got to get that truck, about between 20 and 50 feet or something like that? 50 feet, 100 feet?
Feet.
Some of them is like 500 feet.
Yeah, some of
Some
them
of them is like
say, I think
500
it's
feet.
100. I mean, general rule of thumb is 100 to 200 feet. I mean, I know,
Right,
nobody's out there with tape measures, but that's just a
right,
simple way of saying, get your ass back. You
right.
know what I'm
Either
saying?
get
You
back,
shouldn't be following
either,
anybody like that. I know,
right.
my general rule of thumb is a car length and a half. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
You got
That's
to
just
do
me.
that because, again, no, that's fine. You have to do that because you got to stop. What if you got to stop and that dude is behind you like that? He gonna run right into the back of you. You know what I mean? So the guy from what I told, the guy told me, he said, yeah, man, technically in that situation, you can call DOT out there or whatever you want, but They not gonna ticket the UPS driver. The UPS driver didn't know a tire was gonna blow.
Exactly. You
Why is
can't
you
you
behind
can't
him?
you can't you can't what's the word for it?
You can't predict
Yeah,
that.
you
You
can't
can't
predict
predict.
it. You
Yeah,
can't nobody does that on purpose. Oh, they follow
right.
me
You
close, let me
know.
blow my tire.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. So the other thing is, and for regular drivers out here, contrary to popular belief, do not ride our rear tire if you can help it. Get off of our rear tire, please. And when I mean rear trailer tire, left and right side, because that's a blind spot. Blind spot. A lot of drivers like to get in that little nook corner and ride that. And, that gets on my nerves. Best thing to do is put your blink on. Put your blink on. Make them think you're getting over. I had to do that a couple times. Put my blinker on and it forced that driver to speed up and get ahead of me.
You
So I cut the blink off. Dude, get away from me.
nah, I
I'm
got
heavy.
I got a saying for that. When I put
Hmm.
put my blink on, you see them drivers start speeding up and trying to get around you. Be like, oh, you found your gas pedal, huh?
I do it, bro. I say the same thing, bro. I say, they finally found it. And then another thing that irks me that I hate when people do is, all right, a lot of our trucks are governed at 65 miles.
hmm
If I'm running you down at 65 miles an hour, you're going too slow. I get over into the left hand lane, pass you up, then get back over safely, of course. Then here I see you coming. And you get right back in front of me.
Yeah, I can't stand that too. That don't make no sense to me.
Why are you in front of me? Why? If I'm running you down, that means on the interstate, if I'm running you down, you're going too slow. You're going too slow. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going too slow. Speed up. Get away from me. Matter of fact, get out of my lane.
Mm.
Get in the left lane. Have at it. Hammer down.
Nah, I
Now, my
was about
truck
to
is
say
not
nah.
going.
I was about to say nah. Don't get in the left lane. Then you gonna piss them off.
Now, my truck is not governed at 65 miles an hour. Thank goodness. It was at one point, but it's not anymore. So, but man, I see that. I get over. I hammer down. Brrr, just far away from him as I can. You dig? I'm
Sometimes
like,
you
nah,
got to.
don't find your
Sometimes it's
people now.
necessary.
Yeah, sometimes and see that's what I'm saying. Like people are so afraid. Okay, the speed limit is there for a reason. I get it, but there's always a little wiggle, you know, because my thing is, and this is I follow the Smith system. That's what I was taught. I don't like driving in clusters if I don't have to.
Right, absolutely.
And you notice that when you on that road, say like you got a 3-lane highway, you on that road, you in that middle lane. The middle lane is the path of least resistance, meaning that nobody's turning. You know what I'm saying? Like the left lane is the hammer down lane, middle lane is the pass of least resistance, and the right lane is the right lane where everybody get on and get off. So you in that middle lane, hammer down, going doing your thing. Then next thing you know, maybe 5-10 miles down the road, you start seeing cars just magnetizing around you.
Hey, where'd
Why
y'all
are
come
y'all
from?
by me? Yeah, why are y'all by me? You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, get away from me. So I speed up, I see you to speed up or slow down, man. Get away from please. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that, man. If you're in a regular car, you can get up to 165 miles an hour. Use it. We're not telling you to do 165 miles all the time, no, but we saying use what you got to get up and get on about your business. We don't need you. Truckers don't need you. That's why I say, man, if I was created a city, big old city, I would create roads or highways and lanes or whatever just for cars, and I would create lanes and roads and highways just for trucks, just for trucks,
Think
just for
they don't
truckers.
they have something like that in San Antonio?
No, Mm-mm.
I
No.
thought they
See, they
did.
got truck routes, but those truck routes. See, the problem is you have a truck route, right?
hmm
But that truck route, cars can get on that truck route. See, in my city, if you're a car, there's police officers, there's DOT officers on that road. Or matter of fact,
Well,
no,
constables.
not even police officers, cameras. that's taking pictures. If you get on that interstate where you're not supposed to be as a car, taking a picture of your license plate, boom, you're gonna get a ticket.
You don't use them red light cameras against the people.
Yeah, use them. Yeah, use them red light. You're not. This is for because see they got a truck lane going towards Louisiana and attached to Falais, the bridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trucks are only supposed to
Chapalaya.
use the right lane. Yeah, attached to Falais, right? What I said? I said it wrong.
At the Chapalaya.
Oh,
He
that's
like,
how you
yeah, to
say it.
Chapalaya. Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever. Um, the right lane is for trucks only, right?
Uh-huh.
Why are cars in that lane?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't even begin to tell you.
Cars are not supposed to be in that right lane. That right lane is for truckers only. I would do a truckers only highway. If you're a car on this highway, you're getting a ticket. Regardless if you gotta respond to a emergency, you're gonna get a ticket.
Yeah, you probably have let me see, what's the word I'm looking for? You probably have like more efficient commerce running through your city too.
Yes, you would. You would. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, if you got all truckers on one thing, they just trying to get to their destination, man. If this is if it's a through truck situation, man, them truckers, they just trying to get, okay, cool. They got a blowout. All right, they pull up to the side of the road. Hey, you call it roadside assistance or whatever. Like they'll be next to each other,
Mm-hmm.
so to speak, maybe a 2-3 miles away from each other. But that emergency vehicle, they gonna get up, get off, get on, boom, get to them.
Mm-hmm.
You dig? Um, versus or if they just decide to get on it from the trucking thing, or okay, they gonna get a ticket. Okay, cool. If you can show proof that you responded to an emergency call, okay, cool, we'll drop the ticket, no problem. But if you're on that highway, it's supposed to be for truckers trying to take a fast route, ticket. And if you're gonna get off every exit, you're gonna get hit with a ticket, 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 ticket. Boom. You got 5 tickets, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like they
So,
gonna learn.
and then at the end of
They
it,
gonna learn
yeah,
today.
you're gonna learn. Then at the end of it, if you drive it all the way through, there might be a police officer at the end of that, at the thing where it merges back. You know what I'm saying? Because again, but if you do it like that, like I said, bro, you'll alleviate traffic. You'll alleviate issues, situations for truckers. You know what I'm saying? Especially
like
if
the
truckers
ones
are doing,
previously talked about. Yeah, all of them
yeah,
gone.
yeah, you alleviate all of that because man, these truckers, we just man, really, bro, we just trying to get to our next destination, bro. We not trying to fight with nobody. Nah, man, nah, man, nah, we ain't trying to do all that, bro. We ain't trying to do all that extra stuff. Oh snap!
Look at Stanley come lately.
Yeah, what's up, son?
I was on the phone with Mama.
Oh,
Nah,
okay.
he's
How's she
mad.
doing?
Nah, he's mad he lost in Madden, man. I'd be mad too, bro.
That was a flu.
I couldn't even be mad at you, bro. I wasn't even mad
That was
at
a
you, son.
flu.
Yeah,
I wasn't
so
even mad at you, bro. When I saw that last
yeah.
play, I was like, oh man. I couldn't even be mad
Man,
at you.
I'm telling Chris put in cheat codes
Man,
when it comes to
you ain't see me be like, hey man, where's the rabbit's foot?
boy put in
What
cheat
he what he
codes,
say?
For
man.
What he said? Sam,
context,
he put it
for context, man.
up, down, down, A B X Y, and the trigger
now
Yeah, man.
activated.
Nah, for context for the people, Sam just joining in, man. Sam had a user game in our Madden League early today, well, earlier, like probably about, before we started the podcast.
Took me some too.
Um,
Put some
Sam
butter
had
on
a
it.
had a user game with our big brother
If they got
Chris,
the left.
and it went down to the
Yeah,
wire,
there's 2
man.
more.
Chris
Too
scored
small.
on I think he gave him like 39 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
Man, you see how his goddamn DBs, my bad, kept getting in front of my receivers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I did.
Bruh,
I
I'm
did.
telling you, stop, Mama.
I got
Pass
something for
interference
him.
all the way up the field, Aaron. They is not calling nothing for me, bruh.
Bro, they never call pass interference on Madden, bro. They never. I have yet to see
They
pass
call they
interference
call it
on.
and they call it, but just not for you. Just like I don't know. I think Courtney lowered the calls down for that by like 10%.
Yeah,
Nah, but to bring you up to speed, Sam, the name of this episode is Trucking, Grinding, and Gaming, the balance behind the wheel. We still in the first segment. which is called the Entrepreneur Hustle. We basically just, getting some game from Aaron about, balance being an entrepreneur, truck driver, and still being
Mm-hmm.
able to do the other things that he loves to do. So we'll move into the next segment, which is balance and mental health. You know what I'm saying? Here at Mental Game, you know what I'm saying, we feel real strongly about having a strong
Yeah.
mental health, having a positive mentality, and just being able to maintain your your grind and your way of life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Aaron, I'm gonna ask you, being on the
Yeah.
road for long stretches, how do you stay grounded?
Well, I have a great communication web, I would say.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of people I can talk to if I'm frustrated. Sometimes, exactly, baby. You know, sometimes, mom will call me, uh, check on me. My dad will call me and check on me. Marcus called me, AJ called me. Everybody calls me,
I'm about to
and
say,
just to check
yeah, I'm
on
about
me,
to
see
say,
what I'm
your
doing.
dad, that's
Everybody calls
half
me.
the time right there.
Yeah, so everybody calls me to check on me and and talk and stuff like that. I tell them what's going on, and I don't have too big of a circle in trucking.
Hmm.
I got a couple guys that know I can lean on. That's got 10 years plus experience in trucking that I can call. But I listen to my music. I'm always jamming on the music. You dig? And it's just thinking about stuff, man. Just thinking about stuff. What I'm gonna do when I get back home. I'm thinking about the journey to where I need to go. Where I'm gonna make money, where I'm gonna stop at, what I'm gonna eat. And yeah, just try to keep, not try, but keep things simple. Keep things simple, man. Not complicate or overcomplicate things. Just keep things simple. Keep things simple. So yeah, I got a laptop. And I got a laptop in my car, and I got a laptop in my truck that I use if I need to, crush my enemies. You know what I mean? So that helps.
You just got that
That
gaming
helps.
laptop, man.
I do. I'm about to give
You
me
been
another
doing
one, man. Hmm?
you been doing this so long, brother. It's like the old school say. You see the road so much, it's like walking in the living room. You done seen the same thing.
Bruh, I kid you not, dude. Some of these roads I get on, bro, I can drive with my eyes closed, bro. I can drive with
We
my
not
eyes closed,
recommend
bro. I
y'all
know
do
it's
that,
real.
but
No, 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 no. Of course not. No, 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 no. I mean, again, bro, it's just one of those. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? If you understand. So yeah. It's them roads, bro.
yeah. But with that being said, have you ever hit like a point where you just was like burnt out?
Yes, yes,
And how did you
yes.
how did you get back? How did you get back from that?
Well,
It's the well for me, man. Well,
well,
I tell you what.
you start looking at that bank account,
Nah, for real. That's
and you
that's that
start
quick.
thinking
That's the
about the
quick snap
money.
and snap you back to reality right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So because I got burnt out back in. I just say I got burnt out back in '08, '08, '09. I got burnt out. So I was working at 9 Mile Point. You know what I'm saying? It's an energy plant back in New Orleans. Hey, I got burnt out, bro. I was working there. Shout out to Alex A Town. He the one that got me the job, and was doing working construction.
Shout out to
And
shout out to well, my big bro, your little bro, whole Alex,
yeah,
man.
yeah, uh, was worked there. Man, worked there from January to June. And I would see trucks come up and through there, man, and I'm just looking at him. I'm like, man, he don't know what he's doing. And I'm telling that Alex, yeah, Alex. And then Alex turned back and looked at me and said, bro, why did you get out of trucking? Couldn't even give him a solid answer. Hey, there go the baby. Couldn't even give him a legit answer. So that's when I kind of started making waves to get back
Hey,
into it.
stank.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you do get burnt. Yeah, I got burnt out after that, man. You know what I did?
What
You
you
know what
did?
I did? I went on vacation.
That's now that you say that, I think that's what keep me in the game now too, bro. Cause
Hmm.
that's why
Hmm.
I always
Yep.
recommend to everybody.
Yep.
You got to take at least one.
Yep.
You got to take at least
Yep.
one
Go
a
on
year.
vacation. That's what I did. I went on vacation. And okay, so here's how I did it though. Now it was an unpaid vacation.
Oh my god, it's a staycation.
And I do, and I just stayed home, bro. I just sometimes you get to a point where it's like it's not about the money, man. It's about the time.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I just said, man, look, I call in and I ain't feeling too good. And so they give you, I mean, you got what back then it was 3 days. You can call out sick 3 days. On that fourth day, if you called out sick, you had to bring a doctor's note. So sometimes that's all you need. And if you do it in the right spot, you can get a good vacation. You know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying? You
right.
can get a good rest. Sometimes you just need to step away
Mhm.
and reassess and not think about the truck. Because that's what I do. Even my truck. Once I'm out of that truck, I ain't think. I'm not thinking about it. I'll think about it tomorrow or a day before I gotta go in. But I take my mind off of it. I think about the kids. I think about y'all. I think about uh, getting on the game and you know doing some stuff on the game and stuff like that, having fun and just sometimes you have to disconnect yourself from your work in order to maintain your mental health. Because if all you're
Mhm.
thinking about is that truck and driving and the job,
Time to take a
you,
step away for at
you're gonna
least a
be
little bit. Time to
you're gonna be
reset.
miserable. You're gonna be miserable, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna be miserable. You're gonna be miserable, bro.
Mhm.
So you're gonna be because every time you blink, you're gonna be right back in that goddamn truck.
That's how I be
That
feeling,
damn
man.
truck.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. It really does feel like that
Sometimes it's
sometimes.
good. Sometimes, like, see, okay, because here's the thing, right? And I tell everybody this: once they know you about the money, they got you. I'll say it again. Once they know you about the money, they got you.
Well, at least they try to get you. They try to control you with it. You know,
They will
they
control
kind of
you with
use
it.
it as like that carrot on the string type deal. They try to string
Yes,
you along because
yes.
right
And
now we dealing with a situation at our employer to where now it's that they trying to be strict on start times and stuff like that. Like they were like, okay, your start time. They started out the start time 7 o'clock, no earlier, no later, and if you're not there, disciplinary actions. And I'm like, well,
hmm
golly, at first I was like, well, golly, what happened to the grace period? At least I'm still coming to work. And
yeah, for real.
fast forward, we still dealing with the situation. Well, like I'm like, now people are starting to leave. And
Hmm.
in this whole phase we going through when people are starting to leave,
Hmm.
they trying to offer them more money. So so I started saying to myself, I said, boy, this is ass backwards. So
Yeah.
if I show up to work late, you know what I'm saying, but I'm still showing up to work. I'm still coming to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here. You
Hmm.
penalize me for it. But when I get to the point when I'm like, okay, well, I'm ready to leave or something like that,
Hmm.
then you want to offer me a raise. Like that's ass backwards. I was like, nah, that don't work.
Bro,
That don't work.
not at all, dog.
That
Not at
don't work.
all. And see, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
crazy.
But see, that's how
Insane
they
to me.
get. That's how they get. Yeah, and that's how they be getting a lot of these young boys because what they'll do is they'll get that young boy, that hungry boy, that
Hmm.
dude that can't tell can't tell his elbow from his a hole, and they'll throw him out there
Lord.
and just he don't know how to he don't know what to do. He just trying to make his money. He ain't worried about the other stuff. He ain't worried about all the other extra stuff.
Yeah,
He just
we
want to
got
get his
somebody
money.
like that.
Yeah, he just want to get his money, and that's what happened. Matter of fact, they got a dude in jail right now but from that. He went behind the ears, of course, and he don't know that certain type of maintenance is supposed to be done on the truck. So he get in the truck, he driving, brakes fail, he kill a bunch of people. They
Ooh.
tried to get that man a death penalty, but they didn't know. But nobody would. But they didn't go after the company.
How? Usually they take, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. They said that. So what happened was a bunch of truckers got together and they kind of got together, man, and put some money on his books. You did, and I'm like, man, that's what's up. Because again, uh, shit, he didn't know he a young dude. But see, if he ain't got nobody out there to give him the game, show him the ropes, he gonna be he out there by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What he supposed to do then? What he supposed to do then? You know what I mean? What he supposed to do then?
You, the,
So you
the
got,
the
like
people
I
that's
said,
sitting
man,
there sitting on the games. I mean,
yeah, yeah, you got a lot of people out here, bro, that really don't care about, truckers. They don't care about truckers the way they supposed to, the way they need to.
mm-hmm.
You know what
Hell
I'm
no.
saying? They don't, man. And so that kind of pisses me off because I'm like, dude, you got people out here, man, oh, this is their livelihood, man. And you just out here, man, thinking that this shit is sweet. No, man, it's real out here, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
real life out here, man.
Yes,
You know
it
what I'm
is.
saying? Yeah, man. So I tell everybody, any new cat. Matter of fact, there was a dude years ago, cool dude, man, named Cedric. He driving, young dude. He don't know, he new to the company. And we had a rule. Every truck had to be on the way back to the yard. This is when I worked for Dupie back in New Orleans. We had a rule. Every truck, to avoid accidents and things of that nature, everybody had to be on their way back to the yard by 3 o'clock. So I'm on my way back to the yard at 3 o'clock. I seen my man drive in the opposite direction. I'm on over there by Clearview, I-10, Metairie, and back to Chalmette. I cross him in Chalmette. I call him up. I said, Cedric, where you going? Oh man, I gotta go to they want me to go to Homer. Well, I said, for what?
Homer,
You forgot something? Yeah, I said, for what? You forgot something? We gotta go pick up a drop gun or something? He's like, nah, man, I'm gonna drop this load. I said, no, you not. Who told you to go do that? Well, this man said that it needed to go. I said, bro, take that. I said, bro, get off on that next exit, turn that truck around, bring it back to the yard. Do not deliver that load. So I hangs up the phone with him. I gets on the phone with dispatch. I forget it was a chick. I said, why y'all got this dude going out to Homer at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, the load needed to go. I said, I said, look, no, we don't do that. That truck has got to be back on the yard because remember, number one, we slip seat. The guy that drives that truck in the morning is there on the yard at 4 o'clock in the morning, ready to run.
Mhm.
But I get it, you want to make your money, but we get paid by the hour this time, so it really don't matter. You done already made your money. But what if he'd have fell, because that happened before. What if he'd have fell asleep on his way to home?
man,
A full load of gasoline.
they would have had alligator on, like you said.
Exactly. Exactly. They would have alligator on. So I told him, I said, nah, bro. So I got on the phone, then I called the other driver. And I told him, I said, dog, why they got my man doing X, Y, Z? And so they called dispatch. We're like, bro, we don't do that. So they called him. They called the driver. Well, he was already turning around. They told him he went back, called up Leroy, because that's who had the truck in the morning. Told Leroy, hey, Leroy, your first load out is home. He was like, all right, cool. Shit, 4 o'clock in the morning, good. I like getting that out the way early anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. So you kind of we gotta have a camaraderie. In trucking, you gotta have a camaraderie. If you don't have a camaraderie, you're screwed.
Yeah, I think
You
you
know what I
definitely
mean?
got to have a good support system, man. Because I believe if
Yeah.
it wasn't for y'all, if it wasn't for you in particular, I wouldn't have got into it. If it wasn't for you and Sam and Don and Ben, other drivers that I talk to, on the daily,
hmm
Courtney Carter and all them, I wouldn't
hmm
still be in it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's a
Yeah.
lot of game.
Yeah.
It's a lot of game being passed around in this circle,
It
and I'm
is.
very appreciative to y'all for it, man. Because
My pleasure, bro. I
I'm
mean,
telling you, man. I would have been
bro,
out. I'd have been.
I know, bro.
'Cause I wouldn't be dealing with this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. You
I'm
wouldn't
for
be
real.
getting jiggy with this shit. That's right.
People think it's just easy to just go get a CDL and jump out there, bro.
Yeah, nah,
I mean,
Thank
it's
you. We
not.
nah. But
It's not.
some of these situations we deal with can be so simple, but we deal with a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, look, hey, I get it, dog. Y'all, I mean, it's hard, bro, because, or for me, right? Because I mean, my mama asked me this years ago. She said, Aaron, would you ever go get back into working for somebody? I said, no. She said, why not? I said, because I saw behind the curtain.
Boy, he got him a little peek.
I got to peek behind the
Nah,
curtain, and it hurt my feelings, dog, because I'm like, bro, okay. When I used to work for Suncoast, right? We used to bring 7,900 gallons of red dot diesel out to these oil rigs. And we used to have to do the ticket. Should have never did that. Should have never did that. Because once I saw how much we was putting on that ticket, $17,000,
boy,
$17,000, and they was signing it. Just give me one copy. Now just imagine you got 50 trucks doing the same exact thing.
print money, man.
50
Telling you.
trucks. All of them bringing an oil rig, one load. A day, not a week, a day.
Yeah, I can't necessarily we can't necessarily talk about what we do, but we've seen it too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
seen it too.
So yeah, so I mean, and that's all I'm saying. It's like, look, man, I've seen behind the curtain.
And that was
Even, you know what?
17,000. What, 5 years ago? 4 years ago?
No, it was 17,000 8 years ago.
Damn.
Man, bro, that's what I'm saying. You 17,000
So,
8 years
but
ago, and shoot, we just got hit with inflation like in like 3 waves. Just imagine what that shit is like now.
bro, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, dude, y'all, oh man, it's
But hey, we can go down a rabbit hole on that all day. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
my bad.
Let's get into something a little more as we reaching the end of the episode. Let's get into something a little more fun. You know what I'm saying? A
All
little
right,
more uplifting. You know what I'm saying? This segment is called Gaming, Fun, and Escapes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna start out with this. Like, how did you get into gaming, and what's your go-to game right now?
all right. So I would have to give that prestigious honor to my dad, James Dawson Jr. He's the one that got me into gaming. And the first game that we ever got into was Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt. Didn't play Metroid because now back in the day in the '80s when Nintendo first came. Well, no, before Nintendo, my dad had the Atari, the original Atari with Pac-Man. J Rock is a wizard on Pac-Man. Like J Rock can sit there and play Pac-Man all day long. But then the Nintendo started coming out, and we got the Super Mario Bros. And then there was this game that came out, best game I ever played in my entire life.
Entire life,
Tecmo
man.
Tecmo Bowl,
Hey, you better
entire
watch
life.
that statement, man.
Tecmo Bowl, bro. At that time, Tecmo Bowl, bro. Like Dad was showing us how to play it. Didn't understand it, but he was showing us how to play it. We playing it, and bro, we just got hooked. We just got hooked. We were just playing it, and this is when like they had 8 teams. Every team I think that made the playoffs. It wasn't officially licensed. See, it was NFLPA license, but it wasn't NFL license. And you had the Raiders with good old Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen, best two back tandem in the history, according to that game. You had the Cleveland Browns with Kevin Mack, a bruiser. You had the New York Giants with Otis Anderson. You had so many teams on there. It was with the Denver Broncos, John Elway. Oh, it was crazy. So we was playing that. We hooked, bro. We'd be up to like 4 o'clock in the morning
Yes, indeed.
playing that game, just playing the game, and it just grew from there. You know what I'm saying? Sega Genesis came out, Sonic got hooked on that. Streets of Rage got hooked on that. Joe Montana Sports Talk Football, underrated gem. Nobody appreciates that game more than we do because of the simple fact that that game was ahead of its time. This was before John Madden started commentating on his game. They had commentating on the game. This was on the regular Sega Genesis. We were playing that, and it just grew from there. You know what I'm saying? It just grew from there. So we used to be in the sports games. So then, you know what I'm saying, we play Super. If it wasn't Super Mario, we really didn't rock with it. But then we started playing games like Streets of Rage, beat 'em ups. You know what I'm saying? Having fun with it. Like, wow, this is great. This is wonderful. I said beat him ups, not beat it up. Beat him ups. And it just started growing, bro. We got the Super Nintendo, got hooked on Super Mario. I mean, probably the best Mario game that ever came out, that ever made was Super Mario, best Super Mario World. I mean, for the Super Nintendo,
Mhm.
and it just grew from there, bro. We just got hooked on it.
Yeah,
Just got hooked on it.
So
You know what
fast
I'm saying?
forward. What's your favorite game? What's your current go to now?
It's difficult because I have so many, but one of the games that I like to go to now that scratches an itch for me is NFL Head Coach 2009 because it was ahead of its time for what
Hmm.
it did. Now, granted, it's not the perfect game. It has a lot of glitches, a lot of bugs, a lot of book BS with it,
Hmm.
but it gives you the chance to be an actual head coach. You don't control the players on the field, you control the plays. You dig?
The plays, the
And that's
infrastructure,
something.
who's in, who's out.
And I truly believe that people will stop talking about NFL 2K if Madden incorporated that into their game. I guarantee you. Guarantee you. You can even have it for offline play. I know how we feel about maximum football.
Oh my
But
god.
if maximum football would have incorporated that into that game, I guarantee you they would have a very strong fan base right now. But because they are doing the same thing that everybody else is doing, their fan base is falling off. So now you got another game that's getting ready to come out, ESG football. That's going to take everybody by storm. ESG football, what? One on one? Where JJ, you can play running back and corner. Sam, you can play offensive line. Me and you gonna play offensive line and defensive line and put on a smoke show. You could go 7-on-7. You can go 11-on-11, and y'all could just have at it. It's ridiculous, bro. That's that's where it's going. Whereas everybody, and then on top of that, everybody has to communicate with each other. It just can't be okay. You call a play. No, hey Sam, Aaron, I'm gonna need y'all to run a stunt blitz. You know what I'm saying? Do it, bang bang. Okay, cool. I'm gonna lock up the guard. I'm gonna lock up the left guard. Whatever. You come around and burn off the edge or whatever. However you want to do it. What type of coverage you know what I'm saying? You do. I'm telling you because it's on Discord right now, bro. ESG. That's for online multiplayer joint. Single player, they got a game coming out called Varsity Football. Bro, if y'all see the specs on Varsity Football, looks wonderful. Looks wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, babe. Um,
You must got a big old plate
all right,
over
thank
there.
you.
You got quiet.
Oh, you know. um,
The tone went
so
down like
yeah. So there's so many different things that are coming out, bro. That doesn't man, I can go on and on and on and on and on.
Sam.
Let me shut up. Let me shut
Well,
up.
Sam, what
Let me
about
shut
you, man? How'd you get in the game, and then what's your go-to game right now?
Walking in the pawn shop, three of us. Donovan spotted it. You know, he the geek. He spotted a Sega Genesis. You
up.
know, we was action figures. We didn't know nothing about video games,
Mhm,
but he
mhm,
knew a little bit about video games because he the geek of the brothers.
mhm.
So stepdaddy bought it, took it back home, started playing it. You know, the Street Charades, the Mortal Kombat's and all that.
Street
What
Fighter.
really what really was to give me, and y'all gonna agree that they don't have anymore was the illustrations on the game. It used to be crazy. That makes you want to play the game. Just picking up
Mhm,
that cartridge and seeing that graphic of the
mhm,
game, like, okay, I know this about to be fire as soon as I put it in. Am I lying?
mhm,
Bro, the
mhm,
illustrations was to go crazy on the game.
Yeah,
mhm. Yep,
yeah.
yep, yep.
And
You're
then
absolutely correct.
it was so many games. So many
Yeah,
games.
games
I
were a whole
remember,
lot more affordable back then. Yeah, and
yeah,
yeah,
it was so many games. Fast forward to today, you know, I like sports games like Madden. really Madden, the show, like stuff like that. The fantasy games, I really ain't got it to. I guess I'm maturing
Hmm.
from them. I don't know, but it has to catch my eyes. Not the last one I probably played with Gods of War. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It just got to catch my eye.
Nah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and today games ain't like you used to. Me and Jay talk about this. It's that monetization just
Oh
takes away
yeah, it takes away from the game. Takes away.
everything. They can put so much more on the game, but they so
Yeah, they
Yeah.
trying to make it,
Yeah.
yeah.
and try to just
They
expand off it.
Yeah.
Well, we're not gonna give them all this. We're gonna make them pay for this
I
part.
mean, like story modes don't even expand like they used to no more. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
so monetization. You get this weapon or this pack if you pay for this. If you pay for
Call of
that.
Duty.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
the
and it just take away the storage, expanding the game. I feel like on all
Well,
platforms, on
Nah, I
anything,
agree. I agree.
back in the
sports,
day, I'm
adventure.
old enough to remember. I'm old enough to remember when you about to bought a Nintendo, you got two controllers, you got the gun, and you got the little pad to where it's like if you had because the game you came with Mario, Duck Hunt. Sometimes it will come with three. It depends on which one you got. It will come with Mario, Duck Hunt, Track and Field, Mario, Metroid, and Duck Hunt. Dig. Mario, we had the Track and Field where it's like it was interactive. You plugged in the pad to the Nintendo. Okay, cool. You ran a 40-yard dash. You had to get on the mat and you actually had to run. And that
Hmm.
shit would weigh you out. That shit would weigh you out. You know what I'm saying? And that would tell you how good, how fast you ran. It was, man, it was, oh man, it was a thing of beauty, bro. It was a thing of beauty, man. It was a thing of beauty, dog. It was a thing of beauty. And they don't have stuff like that. It started going to hell, bro, when the Super Nintendo came out. And the Sega Genesis came, because even when, there was a time with the Sega Genesis, though, you guys had two controllers with the Sega Genesis too. But then the Super Nintendo came out. You
I'm
see, that's how they
mess
started.
y'all head over with this one. You remember WWF No Mercy?
Man,
Have
Mm-hmm.
you had to keep playing the story
Mm-hmm.
mode to unlock different
Mm-hmm.
things?
Mm-hmm.
You beat the story mode, had to go back and play it again so you can
Mm-hmm.
unlock some more shit.
Mm-hmm.
Games don't do that no more, man.
Not at all. And see, that's the problem because everybody's looking at a cash grab.
Yep.
How much money can we get out of this? You know what I'm saying? Instead of just making a good product. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's the problem, bro, because now it's like you don't even care about making a good game anymore. Like, bro, there was a time where I'm old enough to remember Madden was the creme de la creme.
Hmm.
Dudes used to have Madden parties, to where it's like, bro, you know, but now it's just like, man, dudes don't even care no more. Like, it's all about the money. It's all about money, you know. And
yeah. Well, mine. Well, let me do mine. Mine is short and sweet. I had
hmm
I had older brothers that was gamers. I had no choice in the matter. They put a controller in my hand,
hmm
and
that's
that
what
was
it
that.
is.
Captain
That's
Shane no
what it
shows
is.
no
And
mercy.
this Shadow shows no mercy. I was
Nope.
gonna get it
If you gonna be
either
with us,
way. You feel me?
if you gonna be with us,
I was
you
gonna
gonna be
be a
with us,
gamer
and
either way.
you're gonna be a gang
It
either
was
way.
Saturday nights.
Yep.
We all be in the living room. They put the
Yep.
controller in my hand. We go for broke. What
Yep.
was that? Marvel versus Capcom.
Yep.
For all kind of tournaments was
Yep.
being ran. I
Yep.
get my tail
hmm
whooped sometime. You know what I'm saying? Until AJ
hmm
got on the controller, it just showed me no mercy with Spider Man.
hmm
But yeah, I was like almost destined to have some type of uh gaming repertoire in my resume somewhere.
Reason being is because Sam, he was a little brother, and if you would have been there, we would have did the same shit to you.
I
We put
know.
on Madden. We put on Madden for him. We had the Madden. I forget which Madden we had, but we got word that he wanted to play football. He was like, "Word? All right, cool." Sat him down. I need you to complete 5 passes to everybody, all the receivers. He was struggling at first. I think he was probably mad at us, but once he understood it, he got it. Because we had to take him to the levels. You know what I mean? And like we used to beat him up in Madden. We used to beat him. We used to smoke him in Madden.
Nah, for real,
So
bro.
one day he just got good. So whereas Marcus, like Marcus used to beat him. And I used to tell JJ, I said, JJ, don't get mad, bro. Marcus beat me too, dog. But then JJ, so I'm happy where JJ was like, I got his ass now. And no, something woke up in JJ, bro, and JJ was like, nah, I got him now.
Nah, I
And
got a
sure
story
enough,
behind
dude,
that,
that was
man.
his back.
My full circle moment with Marcus, man. I got a story about
He
that.
broke the
Mhm.
controller.
Yeah, when he broke that
Yeah.
controller.
Mhm.
Boy, when Marcus thought that was a full circle moment, son.
Oh, really?
Boy, I beat Marcus 3 times in a row with the Saints, bro. And
I remember come to
Word?
school the
he
next
picked
day. He
three
like,
different
bro, I
teams.
made
And
Marcus
last
break.
he probably would have tried again if he ain't break that controller though.
Hilarious.
He was like, "Go to bed, man.
Hilarious.
Ain't you gotta go to school in the morning? It's Saturday. Well,
Hilarious.
go to your room."
You ain't right. You ain't right.
Oh man,
You
son. Well, I ran that
you
punt
ain't right.
return.
What made it so bad? What was that? The weekend before?
Oh yeah, it said Sam was over there doing the old leg sweep, the old drop kick what was that? It was one of the
Ro-
wrestling games. I think it was 2K.
yeah, it was like Raw or something versus
Yeah, Raw
SmackDown.
versus
Mhm.
Some shit.
SmackDown something. And Sam just drop kick, drop kick, drop kick, drop kick, pin, 1, 2, get up, stump, stump, stump. He get all the way up, drop kick, drop kick, drop kick, pin, 1, 2, 3, and do that stuff like 6, 7 times. He finally pin him, 1, 2, 3. Like, hey man, it's in the game, man. It's the equivalent to old leg sweep on Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Bro, we used
Oh,
to do
yeah.
that shit so much.
Hilarious. Hilarious. But yeah, but then, man, something came down the pipe, and Marcus called me up one day. Man, you need to get down here. I said, for what? And JJ said, what are you doing? Think you ready? I said, ready for what? Ready to play you. Nah, son. Mm-mm. No, no. We played. Nigga, it was a dog fight too. It was a freaking dog fight, bro. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, Marcus, you ain't tell me all this, bro. Hey, I did, bro. I told you to do was good. I'm like, okay. I remember the last time we played a good match, it was Madden '08. And I had to milk the clock on him, Sam. I had to milk the clock on him, bro. I had to, bro, because if I'd let him get the ball back with a minute left, I knew he would score. I just knew he would have scored. And I wouldn't have been able to do nothing against him. I would have lost. I knew I would have lost. I knew I would have lost. So I had to pull out the big brother card on him.
He had to pull out the
That's the only way I was gonna
experience.
be able to beat him. Yeah, I had to pull out the experience card on him. And I hated to do it. I don't like to do it. I don't like to do it. I really don't. But I had to do it because if I didn't do it, I knew I was gonna lose. So that's what I had to do. I just had to milk the clock on him. Milked it, milked it, milked it. And eventually I won. So I beat him like no, and the final score was
Like 10-9 or
nine to
something like
six.
that. Oh, nine to
Yeah,
six.
something like that, 10-9,
Yeah,
9-6 or something like because I had kicked the field goal. You know what I'm saying? And he had the Saints. And bro, this dude was doing so much. Like he picked the Saints. No, I forget who he picked. No, it was the Saints. And the playbook he was. I'm looking like I ain't never seen Reggie do no shit like that. No, he was killing me with Reggie Bush. I'm like, damn, okay. So, so I had to kind of like because I had Vince Young. I had the Tennessee Titans. So that was the only reason why even stayed in the game, dog, is because I was running with Vince. I was scrambling out the pocket with Vince, dog, getting first downs with Vince. But bro, I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to. I told Mar, I said, I ain't playing that nigga again. Yeah,
He held on to that. Hey, Sam. He held on to that for a while, son.
I did, bro.
He held on
I
to
did.
that
Ain't no
for a
shame about
while,
that.
bro.
I did.
That was one of them.
Yeah, bro. He had. he held on to that
I
motherfucker
did, bro.
for a while, bro. A
Yeah,
while,
so he
while.
knew something. But hey, he gonna learn not to mess with you never again.
But but you know what? But you know what though? It was good because once we got on the college, it was a different animal, and I got my butt kicked a lot. But I'm glad because it just showed me, yeah, it was how much he progressed. You dig? So
Mhm.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So if we need somebody to go in and handle some business, Madden wise, yeah, we send JJ. You know what I'm saying? We
I'm
send
the
JJ.
ambassador for the family.
Yeah, we send JJ.
I'm the Madden ambassador for the family. Like,
Yeah, we send
golly,
JJ.
bro.
You know, yeah, we gonna send JJ, bro. Let JJ handle it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because he's just that good. And you know, for us now, me, Gannon, I get out there and I'll play.
Mm-hmm.
I get my butt kicked, but I'll play. I'll play. I'll play. Like I'm trying to set something up between JJ and DJ. That's again not dog. We might have to sell that. We might have to sell tickets to that game. That's gonna be a game. That's gonna be a game.
Nah,
That's
if
gonna
you
be a
play
game.
like these other cats play, man. Nah, tell DJ, hey man, if we can make that happen, tell DJ to join our little Madden league that we got now.
Well, he ain't got no PC though. He got a PS5, so that's
Yeah,
the problem.
he can play on PS5. That's what the rest of
Now
them
you can't
got.
cross platform.
Yeah,
Now
on
you can't
Madden
cross
He
you
platform.
can.
can.
Yeah, he can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't think you could.
After this, let me get DJ gamer tag with his EA name, and we'll set something up. We'll put it on Twitch.
Okay,
Put it on the
that
mental
sound
game
good.
Twitch.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good
Y'all
one.
mix. Some
That's
on
gonna be
Xbox, some on PlayStation,
okay.
some on
Okay,
PC.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
me and Wyatt on PC, Courtney, Sam,
Okay, okay,
Carter, they
okay,
on PlayStation, the rest of them on Xbox.
okay. Oh man, okay. Well, like I said, my bad. I just got educated,
There you go.
so
That's
my
why we've
bad.
been trying to get you on there, man.
Man,
We got him, Sam. We got him cornered on the podcast. You got to say yes now.
not really. No, I still got a way to get out of it. I still can get out of it. I still can get out of it. No, I just my thing is, man. Again, like I told you, bro, the game has got to scratch a certain type of itch for me, and until they do it, I'm gonna stay out.
For sure.
I'm gonna stay out.
For
I'm gonna
sure.
stay out. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the X's and O's of it. I like the strategy of it, but I'll even forego the glitchiness of it. But it's got to scratch an itch, bro. It's got to scratch a specific type of itch. Like JJ, didn't I call you earlier today and say, bro, I need you to create some plays for me.
Yeah.
Didn't I say that?
Huh?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when you called me up, man, I was just installing those plays that you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, that's me. That's me now. I'm into play creation and running plays and running schemes. And that's what I'm into now. I'm not into what they offering,
I got you.
unfortunately.
I got you. I
So
got
that's all. That's
you.
all,
Okay.
man. That's all.
Well,
So
we coming up to the end of the podcast. Been going for quite a while.
in a minute, yeah.
I got some rapid fire questions for you. Like we done went through the segments, you know what I'm saying? Uh, now I'm at the point where I got some rapid fire questions for you.
All
Are
right.
you ready?
Go ahead.
Are you
Yes,
ready?
sir.
Are you ready?
Yes. Go ahead. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right,
What you
man.
got?
Dream truck.
Ooh. Dream truck?
Dream truck.
A Volvo. A
Volvo
long
what?
nose Volvo.
Huh?
God,
I
no.
want to say a T680.
T680.
Either that,
I just
yeah,
seen that
T680,
yesterday. Or
a
T880,
T680,
something
or
like
a
that.
Mac, or one of them new Macs that look like Megatron.
Oh, okay,
One of
okay,
them
okay,
new
okay.
Megatron. Yeah,
All right,
one of those two. One of those two.
dream
One of those two.
dream game collab.
Dream game collab.
Yep. Dream game collab. Take 2 games, put it
Dream,
together. Take 3 games, put it together. Here.
okay. Um, Dream game collab would be no, because I don't really rock with Take Two anymore like that. See, I don't have okay. BioWare
Ooh.
and Square Enix. BioWare and Square Enix. That's my dream game collab.
You
BioWare and Square Enix.
you animal. Okay. All right. All right. Most slept on skill a trucker needs.
Patience,
Huh?
patience, patience,
Boy, ain't that the truth?
patience,
What you got? What you
patience.
say, Sam? What say you, son?
What? Same question.
Yeah, same question. Most
Yeah,
slept on skill a trucker needs.
Backing up.
Woo! Ain't that the truth?
that's a good one too.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
a
good
real
one
good one.
too. That's a good
Backing
one.
up.
All right.
Nah, man. First, I'm telling you, man. Look, I was struggling. Well, you know what? No, I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you the secret behind backing up. It's not the backing up. It's the pulling forward.
It's the what?
The pulling forward.
Huh?
And what I mean by that is to back up. What's the secret ingredient to backing up is where you pull forward, in your setup.
Yep.
That's a fact.
If you don't set, but see, that's what they're not teaching young boys in trucking school.
Mm-hmm.
They just telling you, okay, you see the hole you want to get into? Yeah, okay, cool. Drive one truck length, not a truck length, drive a half a cab, then turn hard right, then turn hard left, and you should be able to know. It's more than that. It's more than that. You have to see it. And the problem is they don't teach these guys the eye. You dig? Because they tell you to go to a certain angle, and no, you got to teach them the eye. And if you don't teach them the eye, they don't know how to set up. You dig? That's the key. Setting up. Like I tell a dude in a heartbeat, if you see a spot you want to get into, it don't matter what's around you, don't matter who around you. Go pass up 3 trailers, then start cutting. Then cut it back. You know what I'm saying? And then guide it. Let the trailer dance if it's got her. It's gonna dance. You know what I mean? When I mean dance, it's gonna start jumping a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just got it on in there. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So yeah, you
All
gotta
right.
you gotta teach them how to eye.
Got you.
But that
I was just training the guy, and
Sam's
I was
answer was
telling
better.
him the same thing, bro.
Yeah,
I said, bro,
Sam's answer was better.
the calculation in your head, you can't teach that. It comes. It's like a
Yeah,
skill. It comes
Yeah,
to you,
nah,
like
yeah,
nature.
it's like a muscle you gotta work
yeah,
out. You gotta keep
yeah,
doing it.
yeah.
Definitely gotta keep doing
It took me, I want to say a year after I learned, it took me a year to understand the techniques of driving.
it. Mm-hmm.
Took me a year. But once I got it, I was like, oh, so that's how you do it. You know what I
Hmm.
Okay.
mean? So
All
yeah,
right.
it takes a minute because you got to see it. You got to
Got
see it.
got you. All right. Would you rather haul for 18 hours, even though that's illegal? Would you rather haul for 18 hours or lose 3 times in a row in a game?
Wait a minute. Say it again.
In a
What's the
video
question?
game. I'm sorry, I wrote
Uh,
these questions crazy. Would you rather haul for 18 hours, even though that's illegal, or lose 3 matches in a row online in a video game?
I'd rather lose 3 matches in a row online.
who who want to drive a truck 18 hours straight,
Not
John?
me.
Yeah, nobody.
No, sir. Not me.
Who the fuck?
Nobody. Yeah,
Give me my
that
three
is.
losses right now.
Yeah, give me my 3. Yeah, give me my 3
He's
losses.
like, matter of
Like
fact,
good hard.
I laid down. Like, I let you get up 21 on me. Go ahead. Mercy
Yeah,
rule.
go ahead, bro. You got it. Yeah, you got it, bro. I'm telling you straight up. Yeah, you got it, dog. You got it. I ain't even. You got it, bro. I ain't even trying to fight
Did
you
it,
on that one,
brother.
bro. You
All right,
got it.
my
Cause
last.
they look.
What's
Cause
up?
let me tell you,
What's
I
up?
didn't
What's up?
drove 18 hours. I didn't drove 18 hours straight before.
Word?
hmm
Oh, yeah, coming from Maryland. Yeah. Or was it coming from VA?
Dude, no, it was coming from Maryland. It was going back to Maryland. Back in 2006, dog. When I tell you, Joe had to peel me out the seat. She had to peel me out the seat and actually carry. She carried because Maya was a baby. She brought Maya in first, got her straight, and then she came back out there. She actually had to help me get into the house
Golly,
because
son.
I couldn't stand up straight. Yeah, it was that bad. And so then what happened was, I slept for like 18 hours.
Golly, you went to a stasis.
Yeah, I went to stasis mode. Yeah,
Had to
slept for about 18
recover. Yeah.
hours. Yeah, yeah. And when I tell you, I was wore out, bro. I was wore out,
Nah, I believe you, son.
wore
I believe you.
out, wore out, bro. I was,
I believe you.
Had
man.
to
It was.
Sometimes, cause sometimes after 14, I'll be ready. I'll be ready to squabble up. Like, get out my way,
Yeah,
Stanley. I don't hear no
yeah,
noise.
yeah. So it'd be, man. It'd be, man. It'd be rough, bro. It'd be
For
rough.
sure.
It'd be rough.
Oh, I already
It'd be
know
rough.
it. I already know it. But
It'd be rough.
okay, man. But shout out to you, bro. I really appreciate you getting on here, setting some time
Yeah,
out this Saturday, getting on the schedule for
yeah.
me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Be on this podcast, man, and just giving out all this game is like for young
Yeah.
or old aspiring truck drivers. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people out here that's on the fence right now about what they want to do, and I think you might have just pushed them over and gave them the game that they needed to maybe take that next step. So I appreciate you getting on here and giving the game. You know, I also like that you put it to where it's like it's not just a hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's not always about the money. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
about the freedom it brings, the independence it brings, and
Yes.
things like that. You know what I'm saying? And I also want to encourage the listeners, the people that, and, also the people that's watching. It's okay to take breaks while you're chasing this bag. You know what I'm saying? It's okay
Mhm.
to um play the slow game. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Uh, you know, doesn't matter how fast you get there as long as you get there. You feel me?
Right.
My
Facts.
brother has
Facts.
a saying that he would always say to me, it's a cinch by the inch, but it's hard by the yard. You know what I'm saying? So,
All by the yard.
Oh,
yo, this time, shut up, son.
right.
Nah, but
That's what he
before
meant.
before we go, son, I'm gonna ask both of y'all a question, man. What's one motto that y'all live by?
Man, don't rush.
Don't rush. Mama used to always say, haste make waste. Don't rush.
Take it, man. Don't rush. Take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Where uh, she would give you, she would hit you to some life game. You know, and she would also say, um, every time you get paid, buy yourself something.
Oh yeah, I live by that motto.
Buy yourself something. Every time you get
I
paid,
had to get
buy
back
yourself
to
something.
it. I had to get back to it, but
Yeah,
I live by that motto. Buy
buy
myself
yourself,
something.
buy
Shit.
yourself something. Buy yourself something. Because again, it make you feel like you worked for what you got.
Right.
You did, and
That's a good one. That's a good
that's
one.
a
I
good
like that
model
one.
to live. That's a good model to live by, man.
I
Buy
like that
yourself
one.
something. Man.
I like that one.
So
Sam, what about
that's
you,
what.
bro? What's one motto you live by?
Don't surrender, we don't retreat.
that sound like that sound like some toxic shit, man.
Don't surrender, we don't retreat.
It's like fucking move forward.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious, bro.
Take everything, bro.
Take everything.
That's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious.
Well,
No
mine
retreat, no surrender.
No
take
retreat,
no
no surrender.
prisoners.
Motherfucking
That's just
president
for
next.
life.
Nah, man.
Y'all crazy.
Mine is life's a mental game. You need the right mentality to survive. So
I agree.
you should always have a survivor mentality. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check out, man. Go check out mentalgame.net. Get you we got Memorial Day coming up at the end of this month, man. So got the mental game, the survivor mentality shirts. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Buy it for your favorite veteran, man. Or if you're a veteran yourself, check it out. You know what
There
I'm
you
saying?
go. I like that.
But
I like that.
he
Yeah.
hauls. Thank y'all for if you made it this far in the podcast, man. Thank y'all for watching and listening. You know what I'm saying? My brother, pause. He hauls loads. he hauls loads by day and you know, kills wizards and shit by night. But
Yeah.
this week he's on the Mental Game podcast. You took some time out and what I'm saying, so I can sit down and
Yeah.
talk with him and
Absolutely.
so you can pass some
Absolutely.
game on
Yeah.
to the
Absolutely.
these young and old aspiring truck drivers, man.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate
Yeah.
y'all.
And I'm always accessible. I'm not. I'm always accessible. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
but tell
I'm
them where they
approachable.
if they all right. Just tell them where they can reach you at, bro. You know what I'm saying? They would if they have any questions, anything like that. Besides, I mean, y'all can always come through me, and I can pass. I can always pass the word forward. But
That's what I was about to say. That's all. That's what
oh,
I was saying.
Tifo, yeah, all
Yeah,
right, hey,
yeah.
y'all,
I
hey,
don't
Petey,
handle it.
you talk to me. You Petey, you talk to me. If
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say
yeah,
how
yeah.
it
You gotta
go,
see the special. Yeah, you got to see the
Oh,
special man.
how it
You got to
go,
see the
Sam?
special man.
oh, you talk about
American
shit.
gangster.
Okay, we go.
It's-
Fuck, what's his
he
name?
said, nobody talk to me. Nobody talk to me. Y'all talk to Slim. Slim, you talk to me. Nobody talks to me. So
Fuck, what was his name?
I
I just
forgot his
had a
name too. That's why I just said Slim. But if y'all want, if you know what I'm saying, any questions y'all might have, man, leave them in the comments. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Get in touch with me. I'll pass them on. I'll get them to the right
Absolutely.
place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, again, at the end of the day, what they say, each one teach one.
Each one teach one.
I'm not unapproachable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you got a question, if I got the answer, I give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody's walk is different. Everybody got their own walk. Now I could tell you how to get to a certain place, but you got to be the one to do the walk.
Facts.
I can't walk it for you.
Super.
You know what I'm saying? I can't walk it for you.
Can't do
You
the
know what I'm
walking
saying?
for you.
Because if I walk it for you, what you gonna learn? You're not gonna appreciate it. Same thing with me when nobody could get in that truck with me. Nobody could pay that truck note for me. I had to do it
Yeah.
my own. I had to do it myself. And there was some days, boy, nigga, it was either pay that truck note or get you a sandwich. And I
Then
got
he
the
pulls
sandwich.
up in the truck one more day.
Man, like I said, that's why I say, man, shout out to Arrow Truck Sales, man, because they could have easily came and got that truck plenty of time, bro. But
Hey,
it was like,
hey,
Mr. Dawson, we just want the money.
you better tell Arrow Truck. Hey, Arrow Truck Sales. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hit me. Like, get in touch with me. I give you his address so you can send him that check, that endorsement
That
check.
residual, yeah, endorsement,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Cause we done drop Arrow Truck Sales name a few times on this
Few
podcast.
times, absolutely, few
Yeah, so
times,
my
absolutely.
brother need his. He need his. Ooh,
But yeah,
he need his money.
but but next up, I'm excited. I'm excited because of who next up. Because I know who's next up is gonna do it bigger than me because he gonna have me in his corner,
Facts.
coaching him,
Boy, you gonna ski.
getting him right, giving
Hey,
him,
them words you
yeah,
just
you
said just scared the hell out of some people right now. I just want to let you
know
know
what I'm
that.
saying. You gonna, because you gonna do it better than me. Because I'm gonna coach you. Now I'm gonna coach you. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna coach you. I'm just gonna give you suggestions. That's all I ever do. Give you suggestions. I like to give you things to think about,
Mm,
different avenues to venture down. You know what I'm saying? So many. It's more like you say. I know this is it's not a great term to use, but there's more than one way to skin. You know what I mean? And my thing is, as long as we all eating, shouldn't be no issue. Shouldn't be no problem. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we don't skin cats. We skin cougars.
yes, we skin coolers. Yes, we. And like I said, man, I'm just looking at the future. Oh man, the future is gonna be so gorgeous for us, bro. It's gonna be crazy.
For
It's
sure.
gonna be crazy.
Hey man, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm all
yeah,
for it.
absolutely. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
But if y'all
I'm
don't have
excited.
anything else, y'all got anything else before we peace out of here?
Nah.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I didn't ran my mouth way too long.
Nah,
My
you
bad. I'm sorry.
good, you good, you good. But I appreciate y'all. Sam, better late than never, man. I appreciate you getting on here, son. Where my baby? Where my
Absolutely, man.
baby at?
Always
What's she
good to see you.
doing?
In the room watching TV. Her tablet died.
Oh, okay.
Can't believe y'all
Yeah,
ain't hear her
Yeah,
crying.
I heard her a
yeah,
little bit. But
yeah.
hey,
We
man,
gotta do
look,
another barbecue, man. We gotta do another
yeah,
barbecue too,
nah, for
man.
sure,
So
for sure, for sure, for sure, for
get a
sure.
tournament
I'm
going.
I'm itching to do one. I think I'm gonna do one in June. I think I'm gonna do one in June.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna do one in
Put
June.
money in the pot, or what we doing?
I don't know, man. Whatever y'all want to do. I think cause I'm planning to do two briskets. Well, it depends. It really depends though. But we'll talk about that off air. But as of right
Yeah,
now,
gotcha.
look, we'll get with y'all later, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Share this podcast with your loved ones. Uh,
Mm.
get the word out. I got product on hand. You know what I'm saying? If I have, you need of a hoodie or something like that, get with me. I'll let you know what I got. You feel me? I appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And we out, man.
All right, man. Later.